Hello, each and everyone out there. I hope you're doing very, very well. Today, if you've not subscribed, I'd like you to subscribe and I'd like you to like this video and share it to as many people as possible. We are going to continue our math journey, and don't forget the journey is to demystify any form of complexity that math gives, or the impression or perception that math gives. But today we are going to look at a certain concept. The concept is known as Pemdas. I know those of you who are not in in Africa and maybe other part of the world who are used to another concept known as Bodmas wouldn't understand. But I think Pemdas, the concept Pemdas, is similar. It's almost the same as Bodmas. So I'll explain both concepts. So you have PEMDAS, and then you also have Bodmas. Bodmas. I believe the P there is parentheses. Is parentheses. And then you also have the E. The E there stands for exponent. The M, on the other hand, the M is multiplication. Why do we need all this? We need this when we are solving a problem that relates with different mathematical operations. Like you are solving a problem, you are seeing multiplication inside in there, you're seeing addition sign in there, subtraction sign in there, division sign in there, all parentheses, all in one question. It means that can be resolved using PEMDAS so that we can know the order of operations, how we're going to go about it in the process. So we have M as multiplication, yeah, and then we have D as division, and then we have A as addition, and then S as subtraction. Okay, now the same thing applies here. The B here is bracket, and I think bracket is going to be the same as basically means the same as this one here, the parentheses, I think. And then you also have the off. Here is off, which is the same as multiplication, kinda. At the end of the day, you're gonna multiply. So that one there. And then the next thing is division. Yeah, division. Division is the D. Is the D right there. The D here is division. Is division. And then you have the M being multiplication. And then you have the A being addition and subtraction. Addition and subtraction. Right? They're almost the same. When you use this method or system, you're definitely gonna arrive at the same, you're gonna arrive at the same answer. You're gonna arrive at the same answer. So let's take a problem and see how that kind of helps us. How does this concept of PEMDAS or BODMAS helps us to be able to solve a problem? I'm going to be using a PEMDAS approach. And I know you're going to like it. You're going to, sorry, going to like it. So we have, sorry about that, going to like it. So we have PEMDAS. And then the problem we have at hand is we have 5 whole number 1 over 3 divided by parenthesis open, 4 divided by 5 minus 1 over 3 of 1 over 2 plus 1 over 6 of 3 over 5 minus 1 over 9. Yeah, so imagine we have a problem like this. The first thing we need to ask ourselves that what does Pemdas say? Pemdas. What does Pemdas say? It says that we should first solve the problem that is in parentheses, the bracket. And I think it's here. So first introduce an equal to sign. Always introduce an equal to sign when you're starting a math problem if there is not an existing equal to sign in the problem that you're doing. So it's equal to, we can convert, don't forget, we can convert this into what? Improper fraction. How do we do that? It is the denominator or the whole number multiplied by the what? The denominator, adding 1 to it, and then dividing by the denominator, right? So that's how you do it. And when we do that, it is 15 plus 1, which is 16 divided by 3. Okay, 16 divided by 3. So if we convert this, we get 16 divided by 3. There's a division sign, but PEMDAS says we should work in the parentheses first. And in the parentheses, we have a negative number, we have an off. We have a negative sign, and we have off operation there. But if you look at PEMDAS, after parentheses are exponent, the next one is multiplication. So multiplication comes all the way before even subtraction. So we're going to start working from there. So it's going to be 4 over 5 minus 1 over 3 times 1 over 2. Now, as we keep moving on, we're going to get plus 1 over 6. They're off there. The off there means multiplication. So we are going to change that again into 3 over 5 minus 1 over 9. 1 over 9. Now we are done with that. I think we're done with the offs because the offs are multiplication. We're done with the parentheses. No, we are not done with the parentheses, but the off are multiplication. Now what do we do next? Now we so far can see the sign here. We can see the sign, sorry. We can see the division sign. We can see negative sign. We can see multiplication sign, addition, multiplication. And then the last one is minus, subtraction sign. Which of these do we need to start with first? From the PEMDAS table, we have what? Multiplication comes before division. So we need to start off with multiplication. And we are still living in the parentheses. We have the parentheses. So let's finish the one in the parentheses. We're going to have 16 over 3 divided by, what is in the parentheses? We have two signs. So we need to work with the first, which is the multiplication one. It's going to be 4 over 5 minus 1 over 6. Minus 1 over 6 plus 1 over 6, all right, multiplied by 3 over 5 minus 1 over 9. Sorry about that. The next thing, we keep doing, we have to complete the one in the parentheses. How do we do that? It's 16 over 3 divided by, the parentheses is what? Subtraction of what? Of fractions. And we said out the denominator will multiply the numerator. Whatever you get to, you take it off. So that's going to be 24 minus 5 over 30. How do we do that? We multiply this by that minus this times that all over 5 times 6. Right? And then we are done with what is in the what? Parentheses. Yes, there you have it. 3 over 5. Now, the next thing, because we are done with the parentheses. The next thing on the Pemdas table is multiplication. So let's get the multiplication out of the way. Let's get multiplication out of the way. So we have 16 over 3 divided by 19 over 30. Yeah. And the multiplication is going to be between these two. Okay. So we're going to get 1 over 6 times 3 over 5. 3 go here 1. It will go here 2. Minus 1 over 9. So the next thing is to have 16 over 3. Sorry, let me use a different ink. Maybe green or something. That could be helpful. So we have 16 divided by 3. Divided by 19 over 30 plus 1 times 1 is just 1 over 2 times 5, which is 10 minus 1 over 9. Now we are done with the I think we are done with the parentheses. We are done with the multiplication. But now we are getting to what? Division. So what do? We are getting to division. So what we do is that with the division, we know what to do. The 16 over 3, we change the sign and we rotate the second fraction into 30 over 19. Right? Then we're going to have 1 over 10. And it's 1 over 9. Yes. The next thing to do, yeah, is to have one. Now we're done with the division. We are now seeing that there's multiplication, addition as well. This is multiplication, this addition, this subtraction. The next thing to be done is to go back to multiplication operation. Yeah, yeah. And that one we know what to do. We have is equal to 16 over 3 times 30 over 19 plus 1 over 10 minus 1 over 9. Yes. So the next thing here is that we look at 3 and 30. 3 goes here 1, it goes here 10. And then we are going to have 160 over 19 plus, yes, plus 1 over 10 minus 1 over 9. The next thing is to do the addition next before we come to the subtraction. And I know you can continue here. This should be easy. We are going to do this one first. And whatever result you get, you bring this negative 19 to it and solve. I'd like us to end here today. Maybe the next time we come, we will move on or we will solve some quick problems together. I'll talk to you again. Take care. Bye.